Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. How to respond when an interviewer asks you to describe the 5 ceremonies of Scrum and how you go about it. So I start with the sprint planning, and it is done on the first day of the sprint. Now the purpose is to plan out the work that will be completed during that sprint. So what I would do is find out the availability of the development team for that sprint, and based on that to calculate the average velocity. Now when we have the average velocity for that sprint, we will use that to determine the amount of work we're planning to complete during that particular sprint. Now we'll go through all of these tickets one by one, ensure that everything is clarified, the acceptance criteria is clear, description of tickets, they are clear, and then development team, they know what to do in order to complete the work. After doing that, then we start the sprints. Just to make things fun and lively, I usually give names to the sprint, so anybody can pick a name. It could be like the Netflix movies we're watching, or our favorite musicians, or it could be our favorite food, anything, just to make things interesting. And it's also important to know that if the refinement session, which is usually done in the prior sprint, if it has been done properly, it makes the sprint planning even faster, because during that refinement session, we've refined the tickets, gone through all of them, asked as many questions as possible, clarified so many things, pointed them out as well. The next ceremony is the daily scrum, and the purpose of the daily scrum is to inspect and adapt towards the sprint goal and to ensure that the tickets in the sprint backlog are all progressing. So what we will do during this session is that the development team will discuss any impediment or blockers that is affecting the progress of their work. And I, as the Scrum Master, will help them resolve those issues, or at least direct them to the right people that will help them resolve those issues. Now, this daily Scrum is usually time boxed to about 15 minutes, and we use that session to discuss anything affecting the progress of the work. The next ceremony is the backlog refinement session, and this is usually done in preparation for the upcoming sprints. So the product owner will have prioritized the backlog, and then we'll review the tickets that are most likely going to come up for the next sprint. The development team would ask as many questions as possible as we review each ticket, ensure that the acceptance criteria is clear, clarify everything we need for each ticket, and then we would also estimate these tickets as well. If the refinement session is done, it usually makes the sprint planning session very smooth. And some teams do it once a sprint, others do it twice a sprint. It depends on the knowledge of the team and the size of the team as well. So this session is actually done in preparation for the upcoming sprint. The next ceremony is the sprint review ceremony, and the purpose is to review the work that has been done during the past sprint. Now, it is usually done on the last day of the sprint, and the development team will show what they have done to the stakeholders in order to receive feedback to improve the tool or product that has been created. It's also an opportunity for the development team to showcase their accomplishments during the past sprint. The next ceremony, which is the last ceremony, is the sprint retrospective ceremony, and it's also done on the last day of the sprint. Now, the purpose of the sprint retrospective ceremony is to discuss what went well during the sprint, what didn't go well during the sprint, and how can we improve our processes. It's an opportunity for the Scrum team to inspect our development process and look for ways to implement new changes in the future sprints. This is also an opportunity for me as a Scrum Master to engage the team as well. So sometimes I might have games to play with the team members just to know more about them. I might have icebreakers, asking them questions, about the sprint sessions, about they themselves, for everyone to get to know each other better. Now, the purpose of this session is to engage the team as well as find out how we can improve our processes and implement these changes in the future sprint. So this is how I'll go about my Scrum ceremonies or events. If you're looking for more ways to answer Scrum questions, you can look at this post right here on Tell Me About Yourself for a Scrum Master or a project manager. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button to get more interview questions and answers. Thank you.